Come ride the little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of curves, you bet, and even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Kate. Come and be her guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction.
He's coming! Hey, he's coming! He's coming!
Oh, hey, what's all this about?
Surprise! Surprise! Welcome home, darling.
Good to see you home.
Oh, honey, how are you?
Well, fine. This is great, but what's the surprise about? It's my birthday.
Oh, Steve.
It's your birthday. Our anniversary?
Oh, honey, now don't pretend you don't know.
I got it. 161 years since the cotton gin was invented.
No, you know.
I really don't. And frankly, it's a little embarrassing with all these people around.
Well, honey, this marks the first time that you and I have ever been separated from each other overnight since we've been married.
You're kidding.
Oh, Steve, don't you think this is important?
Oh, yes, it is. When I left Cleveland, it was headlines.
Okay, so I just wanted to have a party. You've got to celebrate something.
Darling, where it concerns you and me, I'm for a celebration every night.
Hey, Steve, how was the Crop Dusters convention?
Oh, terrific. The highlight of the whole convention was an exciting film entitled Controlling the Volatility of the Phenoxy Herbicides by Precise Formulation.
Oh, that's the business part of the convention. Tell us about the girl jumping out of the cake.
Well, Joe, you got to remember, this was a crop dusters convention. Although we did have a grasshopper jump out of a cupcake.
Yeah, I'll bet. Say, how about those conventions we used to go on, Sam, Floyd? Huh? How about them? Huh?
Ring-a-ding-ding. Razzmatazz.
Yes, sir. I'll never forget this little girl. She was a spitting image of Toby Wing, all decked out in a flapper's dress. And I'm telling you...
Joe, Joe, I think it's enough to say that we had a rip-roaring time.
You can say that again.
Well, I don't have to worry about Steve when he goes out of town, do I?
I'm afraid you're right. I was never so happy to get back to Hooterville as I was this time.
And that's the way it should be. That's the way it'll always be. Steve, where's your wedding ring?
Oh, I took it off and forgot to put it back on.
That was a trick old Boswell Guff used to pull. No sooner get out of town than off would come his wedding ring. Not saying that you'd do a trick like that, Steve. Old Boswell was something, wasn't he?
Yeah, old Boz was about the most single married man I ever knew.
Yeah.
And if he didn't take off his wedding ring, he'd cover it with a cigar band.
Hey, and that time in Cedar Falls, he really came up with a winner. He covered his ring with a Band-Aid.
Not only attracted attention, but he got sympathy as well.
Uncle Joe.
Huh?
I think we'd all like to hear about Steve, his trip, and where he went and what he saw. Wouldn't we, girls?
Huh? Oh, sure, Aunt Helen. We'd love to hear about it.
Bobby Joe?
Oh, me too. Steve, tell us all about your ring. Trip.
Well, Betty Joe, I can hardly wait till Steve leaves on another trip. I mean, comes back from another trip.
That's fine. It's been a wonderful evening.
Oh,
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Okay, night.
Night, night.
What's it doing in your pocket?
We'll look inside.
Unending Love, BJNS 1967.
Well, while I was in the city, I had it engraved as per your request. You've been after me to do it for a long time, so we'd have matching rings, remember?
Oh, of course, darling. And it's beautiful. But why weren't you wearing it?
Oh, Well, when the jeweler gave it back to me, I guess I was so excited about buying this that I absentmindedly put it in my pocket.
Oh, darling. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, please forgive me.
For what?
Oh, for the way I was acting.
Why, because you were pouting? You're entitled to that.
I know, but I was also having thoughts I shouldn't have had. Jealous thoughts.
Okay, no more jealous thoughts.
Okay. Now I'm going to take your ring, and I'm going to put it on like this, and I'm going to seal it like this. And you're never, never to take it off again.
I'll buy that.
And now I want you to seal my wedding ring, and it'll never, never, never leave my finger as long as I live. Is it a deal?
It's a deal. Now let's seal the deal with a seal.
Very thoughtful of you to help out. And you, too. Here, run an errand for me and get rid of this big bone.
Well, this is the least I could do after the party you threw last night.
I think everybody had a good time, don't you?
Oh, I'm sure they did. Outside of the fuss you and Steve had about the ring, it was great.
Bobby Joe, are you hinting to find out what happened with the ring after everybody left?
Oh, I'm not hinting about anything. Good. I'd just like to know what happened. Did you and Steve get into a real hassle?
No, everything worked out beautifully.
Oh.
Well, Steve wasn't wearing his wedding ring because he took it off to have it engraved, which incidentally has been my idea for a long time. I've been after him to do it for months.
Engraved?
Yeah, you know, like my wedding ring.
Well, no, I didn't know about that.
You mean I've never shown you?
Well, no.
Well, I guess with the hassle of the wedding and everything and the excitement, I forgot. Well, this is something you gotta see. Oh, no! Oh, it went down the drain.
Golly.
Double golly.
Huh?
I just remembered I was never, never supposed to take it off.
Why?
Because of Steve.
He wouldn't let you? How mean.
Oh, no, it was my idea. Oh, we got into a big thing last night, and we vowed we'd never, never take them off as long as we lived.
That sounds serious.
If it had been in the olden days, we would have written it in blood. Maybe I can get the cover off the drain.
Here, try a fork.
Oh, thanks. See, it seems to be stuck.
Not making forks like they used to.
I have to get it. I just have to. This is the most precious thing I own. Maybe this'll work. I got the cover off.
Good girl.
Now, if I can just reach my arm down far enough. Nothing.
Must be some way of getting it out of there. I know. Why don't we take a magnet, tie it to the end of the string, and lower it?
Bobby Joe, my wedding ring isn't made of iron.
Oh. Well, that's your tough luck. Well, here, I'll try.
Gotta have it. I've just got to. How you doing?
I lost my bracelet.